I just love to create. I love to inspire. The only thing I know about Kik is when Tinder was first becoming a thing, there was a ton of Kik bots where you'd match with them, and the first thing I do is like, hey, you want to see me spread me out on Kik? But obviously everyone knows that it's a scam and a bot, so I never knew anyone that actually went to it. And that's all I know about Kik. So from what I understand, it's supposed to just be like a messenger app, right? So is it like WhatsApp? Do we have any like Kik enthusiasts in here? Man, no one has anything nice to say about Kik. Why does it exist? What the fuck? This is all horrible. This all sounds miserable. Jesus Christ. Alright, well, I guess we'll just check this out then. Like a full-blown movie here from two unfriended on
Hey
Kik.
guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Tuv, and today we will be talking about one of the worst apps I've gotten to know, which is Kik Messenger. It's actually an extremely old app, but we're gonna get to that later in the video. Right now, I do want to explain my absence. Why was I gone for like 2 weeks? As you guys know, I did drop my first ever song, Cherry Soda, and I want to say thank you guys so much for all the support on that. I know hyperpop is like a very small genre and very hard to get into, but I'm so happy that it was overwhelmingly positive, and we actually hit 100,000 streams on Spotify. Like, Spotify's not even my platform, and you guys went there for me. So just thank you guys so much for liking Cherry Soda. Oh yeah, by the way, my vocal preset is available now for sale. If you want to sound just like I did in Cherry Soda, well, now you can.
No, I don't know shit about Kik,
right
man.
into FL Studio. And this is perfect if you're just starting to make music, specifically hyperpop, but any type of music. So yeah, make sure to go check out the video over on Gunner's channel whenever you have time. So yeah, we're finally back on the morbid video grind. New video every week, just like always. And if you guys want to watch my videos earlier than everyone else, make sure to subscribe to the Patreon. With that being said, let's actually start talking about Kik Messenger and why I'm making an entire video about it.
You lay it out for me. I don't know shit about it.
So I don't know about y'all, but Kik Messenger ran my middle school in 2013 to 2016. If you thought a girl was cute, your first word should have been, hey, yo, what's your Kik? Or add me on Kik.
Man, what the fuck?
This was before Snapchat streaks, before Instagram DMs. Vine was peak comedy at this time. Yes, King Batch Vines. Kik Interactive was founded in 2009 by a group of students from the University of Waterloo in Canada who wished to create new technologies for use on mobile smartphones. Kik Messenger was created on October 19, 2010, and it was and still is a mobile messaging app available on the App Store and Google Play Store. In September 2019, Kik CEO and founder Ted Livingston announced in a blog post that Kik Messenger would be shut down with over 100 employees being laid off. However, this decision was later reversed, and it was that same month Media Lab acquired Kik. Like I was saying, Kik was so goated back in the day, but nowadays, if you talk to anyone about Kik, first of all, they're gonna laugh at you. But also,
when was Kik founded? Was it like just after my time? Because I never heard of Kik until Tinder because of scams. Well, this seems like a dangerous Google search, but I'm feeling adventurous. Okay, cool. Where's the Wikipedia page? Founded in October 2010. Oh, did he say 2010? I didn't even hear that. Sorry. I guess I got too hyper-focused on it. It's using blockchain technology in 2017. Innovative. When can we get the Kik NFTs? Yeah, I missed that whole wave, man. But what about Yik Yak? Do we have any old Yik Yak fans? Yik Yak ran my campus for like 2 semesters, or 2 years probably, before it got banned. Yik Yak was like a local chat app. So at my college, everyone would go on there and just post house party addresses, or sometimes girls would just post like pictures of themselves. And no, actually, that wasn't Yik Yak. Yik Yak, they would post like house party addresses and shit, and just like say generally mean things about each other on there, because it was like anonymous messaging back and forth. You couldn't share pictures on it, could you? Am I misremembering it? I think it was only text. Yeah, it was just text, right? Okay, thought so. Okay. I remember there was a Snapchat page where girls used to literally just post videos of themselves having sex. It was like a trend for like a semester before they completely banned the Snapchat account. And I guess I conflated the two, but Yik Yak was big back then.
Known to be the main grooming app. Besides Discord, of course. Discord is so mainstream. But the thing with Kik is that it's not mainstream at all. No one uses it. So, all these people and abusers go under the radar because, again, no one gives a fuck about the app. And as the years have gone by, the problem has only gotten worse. I mean, let's look at the app setup, for example. Opening the app, it seems like a literal porn site. You get a bunch of ads for, quote, lives, which the thumbnails are just people in suggestive positions or with very large personalities. It's not that different from other chatting services. Add your friends by usernames and that's really it. Kik has a public group chat search functionality that allows you to enter keywords in order to find topics to talk about with others. If you guys are seeing footage in the background, it's going to be from my iPhone and also from an Android emulator I have on my computer, and that's called BlueStacks. So now that I give you guys, a little introduction about the app, let's get into the worst part of it. The horrors. The horrors, guys, not the horrors. The horrors. So just like the Discord video, we spoke about the dangers on this specific app. It ranged from groomers to doxers. However, like I was saying, this app is not mainstream anymore. Since this app is so under the radar, this is abusers' favorite app. Again, excluding Discord. I feel like Discord is really big on this, and we did talk about that in that video. Think about it. Who's gonna get caught more? Someone that uses Discord or someone that uses fucking Kik? Right? So you know how I was saying that you could put a certain key tag and find people that are also interested in that? Well, Kik actually has its own list of pre-written tags. Very cool, right? So as you can see, we have like Fortnite, for example. We have Naruto.
Let's go to the Naruto one.
Just things kids like. But if you click any of those topics, by the way, this is right when you download the app, they're all overrun by sex and porn group chats. People bypass this by using the host word at the beginning and simply adding filler to the rest. Joining them will cause a bunch of sex bots to message you and send you scam links. Some keywords such as child or anything inappropriate will result in nothing. Kik blacklisted those words.
This is exactly what I thought
like they're
Kik was.
Protecting the kids, right? No, let's keep talking. I needed some help on my research on the Kik app, so I actually went on Reddit and was looking up, a bunch of subreddits about Kik. Well, first of all, most of them are NSFW, which already gives you a bad look on the app, but I was able to find one where you just find regular group chats to talk about similar topics. And I came across this person that has been using Kik for years, right?
Why?
A Kik veteran. And they told me that a popular method abusers use on this app is by looking up sad or depression group chats and will prey on children that are looking for someone to talk to, aka a shoulder to lean on. You could apply that to any case, but I just didn't know. I don't know, man. If I didn't know that, I feel like other people don't know that, and I just want to make you guys aware of that. That's a method abusers will use. These abusers will look up depression chat or LGBT chat simply to prey on vulnerable minors. And this is a huge problem on the app. There are articles and articles.
The big problem is anyone downloading the app, it sounds like.
Put into place.
Sounds like just downloading the app should flag the FBI.
Talks about CP and gore trades going on in the app, but of course, I'm not going to go out of my way to research that. Just like the Discord video, I mentioned that it exists. So again, I keep comparing this app to Discord because if you think about it, there's already a lot of shady shit that goes on Discord that isn't talked about, and imagine something that isn't even mainstream. There's also a live functionality, and that is something completely new to me. I had no idea Discord had a live section. Like, what? Back in 2013, it was just a texting app. That was it. The most damage you could do is make your name like your name and then is typing to trick people into thinking that you're typing. Yeah, the live section is extremely sexual and revolves around girls getting money from simps, or guys too. I even joined and asked if you can make a living on the app like one would on Twitch.
How does the donating system work? What is the... So that is, if you would like to donate and tip your streamer guy, you hit that gift box at the bottom, and then you buy credits, and you send whatever gifts you like, preferably the wheels. The wheels, it's hard to know what they are, but they like spin like this, and they're mystery wheels. It says mystery, and then you can hit a bonus.
Oh,
nice. Let's go.
Googzy's like, I'm waiting. Let's
I
see
don't
what
get
you
it.
got to
Can
say.
you dig in and
Tough.
tell me a little
Come on.
more? Oop, there it goes.
She saw me in the nudie.
Sarah and I saw each other talk.
Give her the dragon.
Changing into our panties and bras. Can people make living off of going live on Kik? Sure, guy, if you're cool enough. If you suck, then no.
Right.
Rosie, hello.
If you suck, then no.
I mean, maybe if you suck, you could.
Sarah.
You know what I mean.
The live section is definitely not for kids. I mean, the
Hey, what are
entire
you
app
talking
isn't
about? That
for
was good.
kids.
That was
It
high
looks like a
quality
sex
stuff.
app. So now let's head on over to
are you
Kik's
talking about?
contradictions. The worst thing about the app
Fuck
is
it,
the
I'm signing
intended demographic. From
That
everything
looks
I've
like
just
great
told
live
you,
streams.
you'd expect this to be an 18+ sex app, right? No. The minimum age to use Kik is 13 years old. And this is a document taken from their website, Kik.com. Want to know the name of the document? Kik's Guide for Parents. Yes. It's like, dude, whoever the team is behind Kik
As
right
you said,
now,
Louis?
you know that kids are on this app.
And
So why
Bird.
would you make it that when you open the app and you just create your account, it looks like a sex app? The screenshots I'm showing you, I had just made that account about 1 minute prior. I'm using a fresh new account. This isn't
Look
like some
like
old account
Minecraft
that has
blocks.
an algorithm like TikTok that shows things to your liking. No, fresh new account, fresh email. It's so irresponsible and gross. And the fucking group chat topics being overrun by sex chats and the sex bots that DM you. When I had just made my account, I did not join any group chats. I just made it and let it sit there
Thanks,
for like
Brian
2
Jess.
hours. I already had 2 sex bots DMing me.
Hey,
Again,
nice.
there was no algorithm to that.
No,
I
you
just
just-
made my account.
just
I'm pretty
swap.
sure you guys can make an account right now and sex bots will DM you. Go try it out if you don't believe me. And remember,
It's my
13
chance.
plus, right? How old does my teen need to be to use Kik? Teens between 13 and 18 years old need to have permission from their parent or legal guardian before they create a Kik account and start using Kik. Your teen will be asked to enter their birthday when they create their account.
Oh,
If the birthday
bulletproof.
entered is for someone younger than 13, the account won't be registered. Y'all act like every kid that is gonna download Kik is gonna ask their mom if they can download Kik. No one asks their fucking parents, bro. And if they like choose to respond like Kik, if you choose to respond to how horrible your app is, that's probably gonna be their excuse. They're probably gonna be like, well, actually, we always tell the kids to get their parents to give them permission first. It's like, no.
To
What the
be
fuck? The fact that they
fair,
have a
and not to defend Kik, it is absolutely a parent's responsibility to monitor what their kids download and engage on the internet. I am so tired of companies, or not companies, parents blaming companies. The parents have a fucking responsibility to actually be a parent. It's not up to the internet to raise the kids. Now, this obviously shouldn't be accessible to kids in the first place. Like, this is just like a dog shit degenerate app. But I'm speaking on the whole. Fucking parents don't do shit anymore and blame everyone but themselves when, like, oh my god, my kid was... He left YouTube Kids app, and instead of getting Finger Family, he watched Ludwig talk about why he's not his friend. And now all of a sudden my kid's crying, and I'm fucking pissed at Ludwig, and YouTube ruined everything. You know, it's like, do some parenting. It makes me so frustrated. That is one of like my biggest pet peeves. Thanks for the gift sub, Jinx, and the resub Croven. It's been like that for the last like 3 years, I'd say. It's gotten really bad. Especially on YouTube, where they keep having to like pressure YouTube, like, YouTube fucking hates kids. YouTube ruins kids' lives. When it's like, you just let your kids go on YouTube completely unmonitored. And then they found a Nexpo video on a morbid topic or something. Like, it's your fault. You suck. Like, face it.
Guide for Parents alludes to the fact that they know kids are on the app, but I gave them the benefit of the doubt. This document was made in 2017, so I looked for the most recent version of it. Maybe the rules had changed, and I actually did find a more updated version. This is from March of 2021, and guess what? It's deleted. Yeah, like, come on, creators, you have to be more responsible about this. Another contradiction is their App Store and Google Play Store ratings.
These are the
And
bits.
I'm not talking about the 5-star ratings. I'm talking about the
Jugs.
rating that they give their own app, you know, the age rating, right? On the App Store, they are rated 17+, which, by the way, is still a minor in most states. And on the Google Play Store, they are rated T14, which literally means 13+. I checked the Google Play Store website about the ratings.
not like
and
a
yes, it is
game.
13+. I honestly just don't like
is
the
it
fact
rated
that they
like a
don't try to
game?
hide that their app is just a sex bot. That's probably how they make all their money now, from simps spending all their life savings on the girls on Kik Live. Look, Kik team, if you see this video, or if people are outraged by this or some shit, either remove all the sexual content from the app, clean up the hashtags and sex bots, or simply make the app 18+ everywhere.
True,
Stop
it
with
should
the
just be an
parents'
18 plus
guides to
app.
Kik. Like, no, this
That'd
is a
solve
sex
it.
app. It is clearly a sex app. And if you don't want to admit that, well then clean it up with better moderation. How is it that when you make a Kik account and you just leave it sitting, you get sex bots DMing you? Is this not a problem? Like, I've never seen such an unmoderated app in my life that is available to minors. By the way, don't try to sue me, because all the information I'm getting is from using your app and looking at your ratings. That's literally it. I'm not like defaming you or anything. This isn't defamation of character. This is what you've written on your website and how it's contradicting other shit you've made, aka the entire app. Hey guys, I want to give a big thank you to Keeps for sponsoring this video. As you guys know, a lot of morbid creators don't really get monetized due to the topics we talk about. So having a lot of
I didn't know
sponsors
shit
back
about
us up
Kik.
really
This is
means the
absolutely
world to
just
me.
a sex
Keeps
app.
is a subscription
100%.
service that helps men keep their hair. If you're a dude, I know you don't want to go bald, bro. I don't want to go bald either, man. And you guys know I've dyed my hair so much, I don't want to lose my hair, bro. But Keeps has you covered. Did you guys know that 2 out of 3 guys will lose their hair before they're 35? Keeps offers clinically proven, research-backed treatments to stop hair loss and improve hair growth. With Keeps, you can actually get quality, expert care right from the safety of your own home. All Keeps treatment plans are doctor recommended and delivered right to your doorstep. And it's actually half the cost of traditional pharmacy. Not only that, but they have an amazing 24/7 support team. Keeps has a network of expert medical advisors, prescribers, and care specialists to support you in making your hair goals a reality. Hair loss stops with Keeps. To get 50% off your first order, make sure to go to keeps.com/TUV, capital TUV, by the way, or click that link in the description. That's KEEPS.com/TUV.
Well, yeah, apparently Kik predates
Once again, I want to give a
Discord.
big thank you to Keeps. Now, let's continue with the video. I just think it's horrible how if you literally go to the Kik Wikipedia page, there is a controversy section with 3 whole paragraphs talking about minors' use of the Kik app and explicit content. Like many other social media services, Kik has garnered negative attention due to instances of minors exchanging explicit messages and photos with adults, causing law enforcement and the media to frequently express concerns about the app. Automated spam bots have also been used to distribute explicit images and texts over Kik Messenger. A state law enforcement official interviewed by the New York Times in February 2016 identified Kik as the problem app of the moment. Police said they found Kik's response
popular in 2016?
frustrating, and one detective said obtaining information from
like it was
Kik
already
was a
dying by
bureaucratic nightmare. I just can't believe that it's to the point where they have this stained on their Wikipedia page and they haven't fixed it. It is the year 2022. I feel like at this point you should at least get rid of the starter page with the key tags. It's like that's the first thing you should do. That's so easy for them to do. I don't understand how they don't give a fuck. I personally think they're just making a ton of money off the fucking lives and they don't care. Using the app live.
I would venture to guess the reason that it stays totally unmoderated is because the second they moderate it, everyone just goes to Discord. Right now, the only thing that keeps it afloat is the pure degeneracy and, I guess, illegal activity that takes place on it. So the second they can no longer conduct business on Kik, they just die. Like, there's nothing else on there, it seems. Except for apparently the guy Tuv talked to, who's a lifelong Kik stan or whatever. But he's one of a dying breed. I don't think he's necessarily donating money to the Kik live streamers. Or if it's... I don't even know if it's money. It was like pictures of dragons and wheels and shit. So I'm guessing that's the only reason it stays that way. Thanks to the Prime, Sad, and Tier 1 Earthworm, and Resub Little.
I just want to open up the app and let's go through it together. I haven't opened it up in about a few hours. Maybe it's actually open right now. Let's see. Okay, so it's connecting at the top. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna have to blur almost everything. First of all, it's overrun by ads and it's fucking gross. Like, why? Anyway, that's not a big critique. If we go to the top where it says 11 new chats. Look at this. Do you guys see this?
No, I can't.
13 plus, right?
I can't see it. Just paint a picture. Is it goatsy?
Chatting with single
Blue
guys.
waffle?
21. Oh my god. You will see explicit photos. Please be discreet. What is that an IP address? What did you just send me? And you know it's so weird.
Don't click it.
The same profile picture. Like poor woman who's being used. Like what is this, bro? Is there a secret ring going on Kik? Probably.
Well, it's not a secret.
There probably is a secret ring going on Kik.
Bro, they just sent you the IP to it. It's not secret.
Guys, look at the ads. Look at the ads on this 13 plus app. I can't make this shit up. It's like we're in an episode of South Park. Like, what the fuck? So the thing is, with this account that I'm using on my phone, I'm actually soft banned, which means I can't really enter lives, and I don't think I could actually enter any new group chats. So if we go to public groups,
why? What happened?
It's gonna load in. Oh, actually, never mind. Yeah, look at that. K-pop.
He's Prime Puma.
Look at all the K-pop
And
groups that
Dampo.
are just sex chats for grown men or grown adults, I should say. I shouldn't just single out men, but dude, I mean,
He's
literally,
Prime Baka.
think about it. A kid downloads this app, right? Ooh, Pokemon. Let's go to Pokemon. There are nudes right there. There are nudes right there on the app, right? It's horrible.
How
because
cool
the
is
fact
that,
they don't have
right?
A guide for the
You get
parents,
Pokemon
parents in their right mind would let their
and
kid use
tits.
Kik. And again, there are tons of stories about kids getting groomed on this specific app. And it seems like no one gives a fuck about it. Again, it's because it's not famous anymore. No one turns their head to this. Like in the Discord video,
Yeah, I can't believe
told you
Kik's
guys
still
to leave your
alive.
stories down below if you feel comfortable. And you guys did. And it seemed like you guys were really helping each other out in the comment section.
Thanks,
So if you
Prime
guys do
Muffin.
feel comfortable,
The
leave your
reset
stories
ball.
about using Kik down below. Or any app for that matter. I just want to let you guys know that this is a nice community where you guys can communicate with each other. If you guys want to join the Discord and talk to each other in voice chat or in the general chat, make sure to join it. It's just discord.gg/tuv. I mean, not everything is bad on Kik. Some group chats actually do help people. Like I was saying, there are depression chats where people do help each other, but it's like such a gem to
Just
find
go
an actual
somewhere
group chat
else.
with humans.
Why stay on
Or at least
Kik?
decent
Just go to
humans. There's no
Discord.
point in downloading the app or depending on the
Fucking
app.
Skype.
Kik
I don't know,
creators, if you're
man. Why
watching this,
stay there?
Please fix your app. Please fix the ratings. Do something about it. But yeah, that's it for this video. Again, new morbid videos every week. If you guys want to subscribe, make sure to subscribe. If you like the video, then leave a like. I have a second channel
Even
where I
Reddit
just
would be-
uploaded
well,
a
even Reddit would
documentary
be
about
better.
my first song ever. And I guess go follow my TikTok too. Literally, it feels so good to be back, guys. It feels so good to be back. And follow me on Instagram. And I'll see you guys next time I upload.
Bye, Tuv. Nice. Well, that was interesting. I can't believe Kik Messenger is still alive. I really can't. You know what? We can watch the new Tuv tonight, actually.
Disappearance of Lars Mitek.
Legitimately one of the
On the 8th
worst.
of July 2014 at Varna Airport in Bulgaria, German man Lars Mitek was on vacation with 4 friends at a resort called Golden Sands. This resort was popular among visitors
Nah,
as it
candy corn
resided by the
sucks.
coast of the Black Sea, and it was a fairly cheap stay. Specifically, Lars and his friends were staying at Hotel Viva Club within the resort. Everything was
some
going
Mothman.
great, and they spent their time hanging out on the beach, drinking, and other things of that nature. Though things took a turn about a week later when Lars got into a fight at a 24-hour McDonald's. Lars, a fan of the football club Werder Bremen, had differences with fans of Bayern Munich. He then parted from his
God,
friends
that's the
outside a
lamest
restaurant
shit.
after leaving the bar, and
There is no, I still think it is extraordinarily lame to get in fights for the sake of a team you like in a sport. People like to pretend that, you know, liking sports isn't nerdy, but you do exactly what people on Twitter do, but to the next level. Like for anime, you do it for sports, but like an actual fist fight and ruin your life over it. I think that's just as nerdy, if not more nerdy. Thanks a bits, Bobby.
disappeared for the rest of the night. Lars turned up at the resort the following morning and told his friends he was beaten by 4 men hired by the group in the bar who he had a disagreement with the night before. The fight resulted in Lars having an injured jaw and ruptured eardrum. He went and saw a doctor who
Thanks a
advised
bits,
him to
Taco.
not fly due to his injury because the high altitude pressure could make things worse. So he prescribed the antibiotic cefprozil. Lars's friends wanted to stay with him, but he insisted he was fine on his own. And he told them they could go back home without him. He'll just stay to recover. So they did. They left without him. Lars checked out of the resort the same time as his friends and checked into the hotel Color Varna for one night. The hotel was cheap and close to the airport. However, a
Thanks,
day
Brian
after
Cynical,
his friends
Larissa
left,
Grievous.
he began to act paranoid. While at the hotel, Lars called his mother, and in a whisper, he told her that people were trying to kill him or rob him, and that she should cancel his credit cards. The security cameras in the hotel recorded him pacing up and down the halls, looking out windows, and hiding in an
Well, this
elevator.
is sad.
At 1 in the morning, he left the hotel before returning about an hour later. It's not known what he did in this period of time. In the morning, he once again called his mother, telling her that the people pursuing him were getting closer. Lars was last seen at Varna Airport on July 8th, 2014, the day he was planning on going back to Germany. He texted his mother that he had arrived at the airport. He went to consult with the airport doctor, Dr. Kosta Kostov, and Kostov would later describe his behavior as nervous and erratic. According to Kostov,
Thanks
he
for some
told
wisdom.
Lars that he was fine and he could return home. However, Lars didn't leave his office, expressing doubt about the medication that he was taking. At that time, a construction worker entered the office. The airport was undergoing renovation at the time, so it was pretty normal for a construction worker to come into an office and ask, hey, what else do you need me to do? You know, stuff like that. Kostov said that Lars then began to tremble. He yelled, I don't want to die here. I have to get out of here. He then got up and fled the office. He left all of his luggage, which included his wallet, cell phone, and passport. He was captured by airport security cameras fleeing the terminal. Once outside, he can be seen on the footage jogging away from the airport, climbing a fence, running into a meadow, and sprinting off camera. This was the last time Lars Matank was ever seen.
This, I vaguely remember this. The leading theory is that he somehow, like, fell into the construction site and died and got buried in there, isn't it? This is him, isn't it? I actually remember this now, vaguely. Or am I thinking of someone else? Oh, that's the wrong guy? Oh. Oh, different guy. Oh, never mind then. Maybe I don't know anything about this. The construction really checked out, though. Do you guys know who I'm talking about, though? I don't remember the exact case, but there was a guy captured on security footage, like, acting really erratic, eventually disappears, they can't find him, but the leading theory was he, like, fell into, like, I guess it'd be, like, wet cement or something, and died there, and no one ever knew. Oh, that was at the bar. Oh, that's right, it was the bar guy. Yep. That's what it was. At the mall. The mall bar thing. That was his name, Brian Schaefer? Fucking terrifying story. Thanks, resub Drew. In the prime. Goralpsby. Well, that was super wholesome, Drew.
A lot of people think that he just got brain damage from the fight and that he just went insane after that. The running into nothingness, it's so scary. And then never being seen again, bro. Truly horrifying. Imagine the last place you're seen is through a 180p security camera. Jesus. Like, that sucks. That sucks so much. Wow.
It does suck.
Move on to the next one.
Oh, wait, there's not even like a theory around what happened to him? That's it? Man just straight vanished? No theories at all. Oh, right, I need to move this back. I just noticed. Sorry. This was for Rocket League and I forgot to move it back. These are the bits regular.
Talking about, like, disturbing security camera footage really makes me it makes me want to write, but thankfully, Jesus Christ, this is such a bad fucking ad. You guys gonna
thanks to 5 gift subs,
but
Isaac.
thankfully,
resub Froggy.
we have the Earl
Thanks,
notebook. We sell notebooks at earldoesn'texist.com. This is not our specialty. This is like a thing for the fall drop. This is never gonna be sold again. It's not our main thing. I just needed a segue to.
What a weird segue after the disappearance of a guy.
Make you want to write. We have zip up hoodies. Yeah, look at that. A zip up hoodie. Maybe y'all don't like pullover hoodies. That's okay. We got zip ups. We have so many things at the store. Please make sure to visit earldoesn'texist.com because sometimes YouTube, my boss, gives me limited ads.
Slap my popcorn.
Demonetization. You guys buying from Earl helps me a ton. It helps. It's genuinely like the #1 way to support me. Thank you guys for buying at Earl. We have that goal of being a mainstream brand one day. Make sure to go shop at earldoesn'texist.com and get yourself something nice for fall. But
the guy vanished because he didn't buy my merch.
Jameson family disappearance. On October 8th, 2009, in Eufaula,
That's the leading
Oklahoma,
theory.
a family of 3 went missing, and till this day, no one knows what led up to their mysterious deaths. Bobby Dale Jameson, his wife Sherilyn, and their 6-year-old daughter Madison seemed to live pretty normal lives until family members noticed they were gone. A police search began and their truck was found in Latimer County, which is an hour away from their home. In the past few months, the family had been looking for 40 acres of land to buy, where they planned to live in their storage shed. But the items found in their truck indicate that they weren't planning on disappearing forever. Inside, investigators found their IDs, wallets, phones, Sherilyn's purse, and even the family dog, which was alive but extremely malnourished. Dude, this thing is choking me. Y'all, leave a like, because I'm getting choked, bro. Leave a like, subscribe, buy Earl. Y'all know what to do. They also found $32,000 in cash, and police still don't know where they got that money from. Some investigators suspect that
they probably just took it out.
Selling or buying drugs. But also, why would you take your daughter to a drug deal? Doesn't really make that much sense. Not only that, but in a cell phone in the car, they found this creepy photo of the daughter in the woods the day the family disappeared. It was impossible to tell from the the condition of the truck if they had left voluntarily or had been forced out of the car by someone else. A search party was formed and investigators combed through miles of woods and surrounding area looking for any trace of the Jameson family, but nothing was found. On November 16th, 2013, 4 years later, just 3 miles away from where the truck was parked, hunters stumbled upon the partial remains of 2 adult skeletons and 1 child skeleton. Forensic testing proved that it was the Jameson family, but due to how decomposed the bodies were, they couldn't find a cause of death. So the police decided to open the case back up again and check through the family security footage. What they found was extremely odd. In the video, the couple is seen going back and forth between the house and the truck, packing up their things, and in the video they didn't interact once, and they seem to be bringing and taking the same stuff from the house. Prior to their disappearance, Bobby Dale had gone to his pastor and claimed that his home was haunted, saying that he had 2 to 4 ghosts.
Oh, Jesus
Sherilyn
Christ.
had also purchased a satanic Bible, allegedly as a joke. However, Bobby Dale confessed to his pastor that he
Yeah,
had
that's
read it,
definitely a
leading
murder
some people to
suicide.
believe that witchcraft may have been a factor in their deaths. Sherilyn's mother believed that the Jamesons had somehow gotten involved with a cult and were murdered by violent members, but she never named the cult, and there's no evidence supporting that theory.
Nah, I think that's definitely
Easy
like a murder
home
suicide.
breaking.
That's
On January 10th,
fucking
2019,
awful.
in Birmingham, which is in the United Kingdom, a thief was caught on an inner home security camera. First, he triggers the patio light, which he doesn't care about, and then shines his flashlight inside the home to see what he can take. He then proceeds to pick the lock on the sliding glass door and eventually is successful. He slides the door and listens in for a while before leaving the scene in a hurry. But seconds later, he returns, and this time he actually enters the home and begins getting a better look at the place. Then the house alarm goes off and he makes a run for it, for good this time. Keep in mind, the homeowners were in the house the whole time. They were upstairs and they were fucking horrified seeing how deep someone got into their house. One of the homeowners explained on Facebook, "So last night at around 12:30 a.m. we got broken into by this scumbag. Luckily he fled by our house alarm, but still managed to break our patio lock completely and get into the living room. Absolutely mind-boggled that someone was in my house while I was asleep. We noticed a car come down the road and pass our house twice just a few minutes before this man ran up our drive. The car looks like a black BMW 1 Series. CCTV also shows he has a funny limp with his walk. Someone must recognize this. Honestly gutted. Hopefully this.
Does he have a limp? It didn't look like it. It looked like he was sneaking like a cartoon
how
character.
Quiet the thief was and how deep he got into the house. And luckily for them, they had a camera inside the home, which I don't really see most homes do. It's usually businesses that have inner security cameras. The person was never caught, in case you're wondering. I mean, they're wearing a mask. You can't really do anything about that one. But yeah, I thought this was a scary one to add to the list. Let's continue. Ghosts.
That one's like something out of
Okay,
Mr.
so first
Nightmare,
let's start
like the
with these
actual
orbs
footage
that are
stuff.
caught on security camera footage. A lot of people think these are ghosts or souls, and this is how they appear in video. Just bright balls of light that the human eye can't see. Some people like to see it as their loved ones visiting them, but we'll never really know. Though it is interesting how many orbs are caught on camera. Moving on to more creepy stuff are actual like ghosts caught on film. Now there are many of these cases. I think most of them are fake. I'm not gonna lie, but I'll show you some that I think could be real.
I want to be convinced. I've been wanting real
Most people just try to
evidence.
fake it to get clout, you know? So I got some genuine ones for you guys. Here we have a video taken by a mother of a little boy on his bicycle, and if you look closely at the balcony, you can see the shape of a little child. This took place in England, and the
A little child? I thought this was like the ghost of like Charles III or something up there. That's a kid? What's he wearing? A suit? With like a flower in his pocket? That's not a kid. That's an old monarch.
In England, and the property dates back to the 19th century.
A Jedi.
The mother asked officials about the figure, and they said only security was in the building at the time. And I don't think they have 4'9" securities guarding the place. The next clip is from 2019, and I'll just read how the video starts off. The following clip was filmed while my mom and I were on vacation. We decided to leave our cats home alone for the few nights we would be gone. We scheduled a house sitter to come by and check up on them every other morning. When we arrived back home, we noticed a strange change in their behavior, so we decided to review the footage.
Now
This
they're
is what we
bipedal.
found. One of the cats already seemed startled
And
by
they
the time
bench
the video
press.
starts, and if you look at the right side of the video, we can see a shadow walk past the hallway.
Oh shit.
Then we see this table shake and the door open. The video ends with this title card. This happened December 18th, 2019. We decided to wait before releasing the footage publicly. Please share this video. We are still looking for answers. Okay, while I was writing the script down, I realized this one kinda seems fake too. Sorry for saying these could be real. But I mean, why beg people to fucking share the video? What the fuck are they gonna do? Get Bill Nye the Science Guy to fucking, oh, it's scientifically proven. Like, no. Like, you have ghosts in your house. You don't need this to get...
You don't understand.
That's all I
There's
think about
experts
it. Let me know
out
what you
there.
think about it.
There's always the TikTok, or witch talk, excuse me, that can explain away anything. I still remember the time I accidentally played a prank on them with the haunted egg video. That was unlucky. They were not happy about that. But god damn it, reading those or watching those responses about like, finally it's confirmed, was pretty joyous. If anyone remembers that. That wasn't even on purpose. You mean, yeah, Matt put the prank on me, which ended up pranking them. Because I genuinely didn't know. God, that's still so embarrassing. Banger though. Banger though.
Okay, but this next one I think was 100% real. Like, actually 100% real. This footage literally gives me chills. Apparently, this family in 2019 thought their house was haunted, and they had been experiencing paranormal things. Like, for example, the mother said she felt someone's hands on her neck while sleeping. The footage shows a figure walking by the baby's crib, and the baby ended up with a scratch on her face the morning after.
Thanks, resub frogs.
Also, the baby's grandpa explained that he had heard a story about the previous homeowner committing by jumping out the window.
The story that I was told was the gentleman that lived here originally committed, apparently, by jumping out this window.
But then they showed the house, and I think you could break your bones but not die from this. Also, fucking scary place to own a house? Literally in the middle of the fucking woods.
That is a fair comparison.
House from Courage the Cowardly Dog seems safer than this. Fucking
I
wood.
will agree, this is a fucking weird house. Where do you even find a listing for this? This looks like a shed that someone just stumbled upon. They're like, yeah, I can sell this. What an interesting abode.
The house from Courage the Cowardly Dog seems safer than this. Woman in handcuffs. On August 24th, 2018 in Montgomery, Texas, security camera footage caught a woman in handcuffs.
Oh, I
ringing
actually
a
remember
homeless
this one. This
doorbell
one's
and then
just
walking
legitimately
away. It was
sad.
about 3:20 a.m. and the frightened home resident called police, saying that there was a woman wearing what looked like restraints with no shoes and that she was ringing their doorbell late in the evening. The footage went viral, making national news. At first, no one was able to identify the woman as police searches intensified. Local officials were worried that something may have happened to the woman as she appeared to be in distress in the footage. 5 days later, on August 29th, the woman was identified as 32-year-old local resident whose name was kept private for safety reasons due to suspected domestic violence. She told police she had been sexually and that the broken restraints on her wrists were bondage cuffs.
A lot of details, but I was scared at the time, and that's what caused me to ring the neighbor's doorbell. I believe in my heart that is not who he truly is, so I don't want... It hurts me to see him bashed online.
When she was found, her boyfriend was also found with a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. She explained that not only did she try ringing doorbells, but she also tried waving cars down, but
I didn't remember that part.
She wouldn't disclose details about what caused her to flee from the home, but she told local news that she forgives him.
I woke up and he was kneeling on my chest and stuffing some sort of cloth in my mouth and duct taping my entire head. Felt like when that was happening, like
I just remember the ring footage
I'm
thing.
going to die there that night.
Missy Beavers killer. Terry Missy Beavers was born on August
Tier
9,
1 house,
1970 in
Smed.
Graham, Texas. Married
Tier
to
1
Brandon
robot.
Beavers in 1998, Missy was a mother to 3 daughters and the family resided in Red Oak. Missy Beavers worked as a fitness instructor, holding Camp Gladiator boot camps at Midlothian's Creekside Church of Christ, only 20 minutes away from her residence. On April 18, 2016, the body of Missy Beavers was found at that same church. Beavers' murder garnered a lot of media attention after Midlothian police published surveillance surveillance videos from inside the church. Captured around the time period before Beaver's murder, the video shows an unknown person in police tactical gear walking around. They would also break glass and break into doors. Police believe the person in the video is Beaver's murderer.
I don't remember this one. Where can you even get tactical gear like this without being a police officer?
Initial case, but it's not solved yet, and I don't know if it ever will be. Before dawn on April 18, 2016, there was a heavy thunderstorm. The night before her murder,
you can buy that on Amazon?
That the fitness class would be held inside, as opposed to the typical site at the parking lot.
That looks official as fuck.
Surveillance tapes arriving at 4:18 in the morning. Shortly after 5 in the morning, a student entered the class, stumbling upon Beavers' body. She was pronounced dead not long after the police arrived, and she was found with several puncture wounds to the head and chest. A police warrant alleged that these wounds were consistent with tools the suspect was carrying throughout the building. Although police did not confirm whether it was a weapon of murder, the hammer was found alongside other tools near her body. At first, the investigators were sure the suspect was a man. However, as time went by, more and more people had begun to suspect that it's actually a woman under that costume. Investigators shared another potential clue. The suspect appeared to be walking slowly, sometimes steadying themselves with the wall and having trouble moving their right foot or leg. In 2021, a forensic podiatrist contested both claims, alleging that the walk was affected by the weight of the gear and the weapons, and there's no relationship between the walk and the gender. Initially, a reward was set at $10,000 before doubling to $20,000 and then rising to $50,000. And ever since 2021, the price stayed at $150,000 simply for information about this person. Wow. Rest in peace.
What the fuck? This doesn't really look like a costume you'd buy on Amazon, though. I mean, granted, I've never tried to buy police tactical gear, but this looks like the whole shebang. Like, that shit looks super official. It's 240p video, what are you on about? Look at the size of this shit! It looks like there's a bulletproof vest under the initial vest. I mean, I guess it could just be shitty quality, but she looks like he or she looks like the Juggernaut from Call of Duty. Usually, like police outfits that you'd find at Party City and everything look a lot flimsier and shittier than that. True, I guess they could just be rather large. I'm assuming it's all the equipment, but yeah, they could just be a large person, I guess. I suppose. Not that intense. I don't know. I'm pretty impressed by it. It seems like official gear. At least compared to the other shit you ever see from, like, police costumes that you'd find on Amazon and eBay.
$1,000 simply for information about this person. Wow. Rest in peace. Disappearance of Meta Valentine.
Airsoft cosplay. True, the tactical equipment. Correct me if I'm wrong, though. I'm not deep into the airsoft community. The people that dress up in the tactical stuff, like the actual tactical stuff, legitimately have connections to the real distributors, right? I remember watching a video about one of them getting into a fight and him talking about his connections to, like, the actual enforcement agencies and the distributors. I don't know if that's something just a normal civilian can buy. Not always. Okay. Maybe it was just that one guy then.
After she failed to show up for Bible study. The last footage of her was this surveillance video taken from outside of her apartments.
Thanks, resub CJ.
The man that chased her down in the video was later identified as Reginald McDowell, her ex-boyfriend. Meta and McDowell first met in high school, but their relationship was extremely complicated. By 1999, Meta ended up dating someone new, a man named Kenneth D. Thompson, and that same year, Meta and Kenneth were reportedly bound, gagged, pistol whipped, and placed into the trunk of a vehicle by the ex, Reginald. He was later charged with 2 counts of first-degree kidnapping and 1 count each of first-degree burglary and shooting into an occupied vehicle. In 2001, Reginald was sentenced to 15 years in prison, but was released in 2011. Once he was free, him and Meta got back together. In 2014, Meta ended up just breaking up with
Goddamn.
him. And 11 days after doing so, she went missing. Meta's body was never found, and Reginald was never caught, but he's suspected to be somewhere in New York. Ugh, that's so sad. Imagine the last footage of you is security. Imagine your kids. She was a mom. The
Goddamn.
last thing.
Jesus Christ.
Just like some pixels of her running.
Why though? That's a cycle of abuse, man. It's not uncommon. We were talking about it earlier. I thought it was 5, but I guess the number 7. It usually takes someone 7 attempts to leave an abuser before they finally actually leave an abuser. Everyone likes to make it sound like it's so easy, like, well, just leave. Just get the fuck out. What are you doing? Just leave. It really isn't that simple. It's just not. And it never has been, never will be.
Wait, that's horrible. That's horrible. But yeah, rest in peace, sir. Supposed alien abduction caught on film. In 1996, the TV show Paranormal Borderline had a submission that contained a VHS tape and a letter. The letter told the story of a worker who appeared to have been abducted by aliens. The footage shows 4 angles of different sections of the warehouse. The top right one is the one we'll be focusing on. We see a worker leave the gate at 11 p.m. and then boom, a flash of light knocks all the cameras out and only come back until 1 in the morning. Then we see the man crawl back, vomit, then leave the scene again. Apparently the man quit his job and moved away. Now, I know this one's most likely fake, and it's already extremely corny, but let's hear what a UFO researcher has to say about this same footage.
I work with many people that
a UFO researcher,
suffer
huh?
from post-traumatic stress disorder. Something happened to them, externally happened to them, that they don't maybe quite remember, but they know they became ill. They know that, you know, they came back and it was 1 o'clock in the morning, and what happened? I just opened the gate and it was 11:15, and then next thing I remember, it's 1 o'clock in the morning and I'm sick.
That's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching.
Make sure to smash that like button and thumbs up, ring the bell, tell your mom I said hi.
Reddit's darkest corners. Let's ride.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I have a lot of announcements, so I'm gonna try to make this very quick.
Thanks,
The first
Carney
announcement is
in blood.
600,000 subscribers. The last video,
This channel's popping off.
500,000. As of filming this video, we are at 622,000 subscribers. And honestly, thank you guys. Thank you to all the newcomers that are coming from Critical's channel. First of all, Charlie, thank you so much. I know I told you thank you in DMs, and by the way, guys, the fact that I spoke to
He's
Critical,
such a
like,
sweetheart.
literally a dream come true. I
Unironically,
sound like
he's
a
such a
broken record,
sweetheart.
but I feel like I'm saying something I would like to repeat. So thank you to all the newcomers. Also, there was no like cinematic intro for this video because the channel intro editor known as Charge is actually he's actually editing the music video that's gonna be out soon. That's right. Cherry Soda.
He seems like a nice guy. He is.
Single, which I'm sure all of you guys are gonna like, even if you don't listen to hyperpop. I'm sure you're all gonna like it. That's how confident I am. We do not have an official release date, but the video will premiere here on my channel live. Yes, I'll be in the chat. I'm literally gonna ping everyone on Discord, and
fuck, man, that horse is really like hurt my head.
So it's gonna be a live event. I'm thinking 6 p.m. PST. So convert that over to whatever your time zone you're in. But seriously, it's gonna come out.
We've seen Carl H.
Sure. So
yeah.
just keep your eyes open on that. It
We
might
saw
be
that
on
one.
the channel already, just like for the countdown thing. Hey guys, I want to let you guys know that I actually did an interview with Mocknix, and it's so extremely funny.
Granny.
I love this interview, and it's my first interview ever. So if you guys want to get to know me, make sure to check it out in the link in the description. And here's a little preview of what the interview looks like.
It reminds me of Comedy Night.
Guys, Mocknix is pushing P.
Turn off that fucking sign!
All girls, hit me up. Hit me the
Get this man a collab with 100 Gex. Do they still make music?
You could be right there.
100
So,
gex is piss
Reddit's
baby,
darkest
right?
corners. In this video, we will be covering specific subreddits and users that can be described as strange, disturbing, odd. And I know what you guys are thinking. Dude, all of Reddit is like disgusting. What are you talking about? I know it is. I know it is. But let's just go even deeper than the surface. This video will be a little
You don't want to
I
go
asked you
deeper
guys
than the
over
surface
my
on
community tab
Reddit.
to help me out on certain topics. I want to give a big shout out to Juno over on the Tub Discord for
Thanks for resub,
helping
Granny
me out
and
with this idea.
Hero.
Juno gave me the idea. That's what I'm trying to say. If you guys have video ideas that you want me to cover, make sure to go leave it in the video ideas channel over on the Discord. I'm not gonna lie, literally like 9 out of 10 of them are horrible. I go on that channel. Dude, I remember someone requested me to talk about Harry Styles. Like, what do you want me to say? The dark side of Harry Styles. Like, no.
Harry
no.
Styles has probably got
Yeah,
some
here's
fucked
my
up
official
shit in his
subreddit. People
past.
say my intros are long. Okay, if they're long, literally skip to where the video starts. That's why I leave chapters in my videos, okay? So,
Does he?
skip, I don't care. Anyway, let's get started with the video.
Oh, that's cute.
r/Jizzy cards.
Jizzy cards.
37 members. Oh boy, we're starting off strong with this one. Okay, r/Jizzy cards. If you had to take a guess of what that even meant, go ahead, take a guess.
Alright, I bet I can nail this. I would imagine it's people doing cum tributes on old video game cartridges. I would say it's people that like, I love Ocarina of Time so much, here's the N64 cartridge. Just fucking blast it. That would be my guess.
Certain you wouldn't have guessed men ejaculating onto video game cartridges and
But I did. I fucking did.
discs for fun. Yeah.
Yep,
pretty
but I
nice.
did.
There's only
I know these communities so fucking well. I've never heard of Jizzy carts. I know this shit so well. Because there's other communities like this. Like I mentioned cum tributes. This is huge for like figurines. It's like U2's. U2's has their own cum tribute community where people will get U2's of their favorite YouTuber or whatever and they'll literally just cum on it. They'll put it in jars and shit. Yeah, it's huge. It's fucking huge. So I knew right away Jizzy carts had to be video game related. I bet most people go to like shopping carts or something of cum, but I fucking knew exactly where this was gonna go. Thanks to the anonymous 5 gift subs, man, and the 10 gift subs, huge ass Marcus. You guys like mods at Jizzy carts or something? Yeah, hey, fuck yeah, keep up the good work, and thank you for the generosity.
15 posts, and the subreddit was created in 2012. The most recent image was posted 3 years ago. It's safe to say that this subreddit is dead. The images consisted of 3 different accounts, but who's to say it wasn't just one person with 2 other alt accounts? The comments mainly consist of people questioning the existence of the subreddit and, requests? The main user posting these images goes
Oh,
by...
I want to read the request. What did he want? If it wasn't Donkey Kong 64, they fucked up. That's a cool cartridge. Oh, better yet, Majora's Mask. That had the holographic. Good to see a rareware game being humiliated like this. I would shoot a load on Conker's Bad Fur Day, but I'm low on money at the moment. It costs nothing to ejaculate. Unless you have to put like a quarter in like a jar at your house like for every time you sin. I don't know what you mean. I guess like he has to buy the game.
The main user posting these images goes by ISVP7, and by clicking on this account, we can see he's still active. By the way, just by browsing this account, I got like 5 other strange subreddits that are in this video, so shout out to ISVP7. User snapped fingers. All credit to Eudoxia Mystery's video on this. He made a 25-minute detailed
Thanks
video.
a bit soulless
please
in the
subscribe
prime
to him.
skelly.
He's almost at 100,000 subscribers, and honestly, he deserves a lot more. So make sure to subscribe to Eudoxia Mysteries. Anyway, this is a case of a missing or dead Redditor. I obviously can't cover everything in this video because I'm covering these things in a very broad manner just because it's a list video. This story begins with the user claiming that they can see things that aren't actually there, like paranormal things, and that they were told by experts on Discord that they have to make a sacrifice.
Experts on Discord, huh?
In order for the interdimensional beings to leave them alone. Discord experts? Like...
That's what I said.
The things they describe
That's definitely a red flag.
Dark figures of humans, adults, and children, spiders, snakes, and more. They also explain that they are against medication and refuse to see a doctor. This story is very similar to that of Worthless 319, which we already covered on the channel, so make sure to watch that after this video. Eventually,
Worthless 319 was the video we watched. It's about the Redditor who claimed he blew his cock off to save the world with a gun. I'm pretty sure it was all a hoax. I looked into it further after the stream. I'm almost 100% sure that was all just a big, like, ooh, so edgy kind of thing. The pictures weren't even of, like, a dick that had been shot by a gun. It was just more of, like, a really deformed, weird wiener. I don't know how to describe it. But yeah, that was definitely not like a real thing. But the penectomy shit is real. There are people that do actually cut their cocks and all of that, but it wasn't that Redditor doing it.
Snapped Fingers questions the reality of there being a hell portal in the Paris catacombs and explains that they're booking a flight to put an end to this. What are the Paris catacombs though? During the Gallo-Roman period, many cemeteries within the city limits had become filled to overflowing, resulting in unsanitary and unpleasant living conditions. The problem grew so much that by 1786, these cemeteries were being emptied for reasons of public safety, with the remains of about 6 million bodies requiring to be reburied. The only location with sufficient room to hold them were all the former mine tunnels 20 meters beneath the city. Thus, the former limestone mines.
Someone got lost in the Paris catacombs and died.
As the catacombs. So yeah, it's a
I think
very
there's like a
good
YouTube
place
video
which you
about
can
it.
Actually go visit. Some of it is open to the public. You just gotta pay. So back to Snapped Fingers. Their last post on the account, which was 2 years ago, reads, "We'll be entering the catacombs in a few hours-ish," with another comment under it reading, "Also, I am very fast. I used to run track back when I was in junior high school. I can likely outrun any possessed people. I am excited to finally close this chapter of my life and shut that blasted portal off for good." Now, personally, I do think this person was suffering from schizophrenia. Or, I could be completely wrong. This could be someone just looking for attention. The thing with these Redditor stories...
Most likely attention when on Reddit.
We don't know. We don't really know. There is going to be one on the list where we do get an update. But for the most part, these are people that just never signed back into the account. r/coming on figurines. 35.
That's what I was just fucking talking about. This is where they'll do like U2s, Marvel figurines, all kinds of shit. I was just talking about that. Yeah, this one's kind of popular. They go kind of wild.
9,000 members. I mean, pretty self-explainable. It's always been a thing to nut on figurines. I can't even say that one. Wow. It's always been a thing to nut on figurines, especially in jars. Shout out to that.
Yeah.
Shout out to the My Little Pony jar. No idea why, but something interesting I found
back
about
in the
this
Brony
subreddit
era.
is that the owner
God
has
rest
a
their soul.
Patreon where you can enter for, quote, figurine giveaways. Yeah. There's 28 patrons paying monthly to get exclusive pictures and videos of a man nutting on anime figurines.
Yo, he's probably got a great collection.
Wow. Honestly, I just want to get all through
They're probably not there for the nut or for the
Let's
collection.
head on over to the next one. r/inbreeding. 25.5 thousand members. When just fucking your family isn't enough. Their description reads, subreddit for posts about adult inbreeding, real or fantasy, porn or stories. AMA questions and answers.
Jesus Christ.
It's inbreeding related.
This is tier 1 play it
Personal
safe.
experiences are encouraged and supported. The posts consist of a lot of people's stories, and honestly, I can't tell if they're real or just fantasy. When loading up the subreddit, we can see that this community is quarantined. When a subreddit is quarantined, it means that it's dedicated to shocking or highly offensive content, and you must be logged in order to access it. So basically like a shadow ban. And here's a strange comment I found. Well, the whole subreddit is more than strange, but again, I don't know if these people are telling the truth or just having some crazy fantasy roleplay. Congrats, that's awesome. My mom and I are currently both pregnant with my dad's babies, and that's awesome. Here's another comment that I found, and it comes from the perspective of a daughter that's dating her father. My current status is mostly a girlfriend, but he still sees me as a daughter often. I'll get scolded if I'm not careful enough, and sometimes that's a turn off for me. Lol. Rarely he uses the phrase, "because I'm your father, Christy," and we end up fighting. Fortunately for me, he's very sweet and caring, and he knows me very well, and he even hates the thought of hurting me, so he always makes up with me the same day.
Alright.
Cum tagging, 2,000 members. But yeah, this was just the guys splurging on objects. Men splurging on objects. I mean, that's it. There's nothing more to explain to that. We have public trash cans, airport toilet paper holders, campus bathrooms.
I actually...
Yeah.
So, I don't know about cum tagging, but I do know there was a... I don't want to give too much away about the guy. I've talked about it before. We've talked about it before on the podcast. We used to have this thing where we talk to people from the Patreon podcast, and one of the people that was a regular is a U.S. soldier, and he was on a submarine. He was on one of the nuclear subs, so in between his tours, he'd come on to the hangout with us, and he'd always tell us this story, like the stories about like the people on the subs to pass time will literally just like come on things in the sub. I don't know how real that is, or if it was just like his degenerate crew or whatever, but it's apparently like super common, at least on that vessel, because he would talk about it like pretty much every time he came back. Do we have any other like submarine boys in here that can confirm or deny? What episode? No, it was like just hangouts where we just talked to people. It was a while ago. We haven't done that in a couple of years now. Thanks, Resub Chewy. I heard living on those is fucking horrible. Oh, it sounds absolutely miserable. Yeah, it sounds true. I can't imagine a worse career than being on a submarine. You can't leave it, you're confined to such tight space, and apparently all your friends are just ejaculating on everything. Sounds terrible. My dad was on one, but I'm not going to ask him. Why? I hit him with that, hey, Pop, you ever come on the sub? Thanks to the resub, Turbo. Sounds like the average frat house. Well, the way he described it sounded like everything a frat, like the worst parts of a frat house at the worst possible place. Seemed miserable. But yeah, apparently that's pretty common there. According to one guy that we talked to. That was the only guy we knew like that ever worked on subs. All the other veterans were usually in like, I don't know, like the Marines or something, sometimes Air Force.
Just continuing the list of wholesome subreddits on this list. Ew. That's so gross. Women hating subreddits.
I used to give some cheese.
It's not women hating the subreddits, but it's women hate. Men that hate women. I found a lot of subreddits that are now archived. They don't exist anymore, right? But we have r/beating women. We have r/r-wording women.
Jesus Christ.
I hate women. We have r/just r-word. I'm not gonna go through what. I mean, you guys can imagine.
Yeah, I can pretty much take a guess.
I hate them. I want to do this to them. I want to R-word. Like, I found an archive of the R-wording women one. I mean, just look at the suggestions.
Oh my god, what the fuck is this? There's a thing on Reddit where, like, almost every sub has the same moderators. I wonder if they were mods on here. I imagine at least one or two of them were. There's only like 100 mods on all of Reddit, and they happen to mod every other subreddit on that fucking site. Like, there's some mods that are literally a power mod of 100 other different subreddits.
Like, Reddit was a crazy place back then, and still is, but it was just a lot less monitored. r/iBletch, 228,000 members. iBletch is one of the more popular ones on this subreddit, especially if you're into gore and just disturbing things in general. I wouldn't use the word mainstream because we're going to talk about another subreddit that has like millions of members, but definitely more popular. It's ironic that this is one of the more popular ones because you can argue it has the worst stuff imaginable. r/iBletch became one of the main subreddits to visit for gore, especially when r/gore and r/watch people die.
Oh, I actually remember when they did that.
Why isn't this one taken down? According to some users, this subreddit is completely banned in some countries. However, I do not know which ones. Yeah, I have nothing more to add to this. I don't know what else to say about it. It's pretty gross though, so you know, a little warning if you guys want to head over there.
Was that first one Tub Girl? I didn't read it.
Pissers Gone Wild. 1.2 thousand members. We fuck shit up. This community is for the dedicated sink pissers who want to take their game to the next level.
Fuck yeah, finally.
2019. This is a subreddit dedicated to people peeing in sinks.
Finally, my kind of people.
Is pointless at this point. We're
my brethren.
Reddit. Peeing in your sink, weird, but okay. I mean, you're not harming anyone, right? But these people go out of their way to sometimes pee in public sinks or their friends' bathrooms. Yeah, it's a thing to walk into your local retail store or a neighbor's house, a friend's house, walk into the bathroom, and record yourself peeing in their sink, hoping that no one walks in, with captions like, fuck it, not my sink, cleaning out the neighbor's sink, and always better in a public sink. I think it's safe to say that the members of this server are not in the right headspace. And I'm sure some of them are gonna watch this. My videos get very popular now, and if I'm offending any of you, I'm sorry. I don't want any of you to fucking pull up to my house and start peeing in my sink.
True, you don't want to fuck with the sink pissers.
It's not like I have a piss kink or anything. I don't. I mean, imagine going to a friend's house and then thinking, oh boy, I can't wait to take a piss in their sink and record it for
I'm sure everyone's pissed in a sink at least once in their life. Like, let's not mince words.
Make sure to leave a like, and if you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe.
We've all been 2 or 3 Bud Lights deep, 19 years old, and
an extremely sad story.
It's a little wacky.
Last words. His account has since been deleted, but I'll be using screenshots that I found from a YouTube video, so all my sources will be linked down in the description. This user would make extremely depressing posts on multiple subreddits. I'll read some so you guys get the idea of what this person was battling. I'm just struggling to understand the meaning behind enjoying life. If it's just gonna end at some point, either abruptly with no warning, young, or slowly and humiliatingly with old age. What is a hug supposed to feel like? I'm genuinely considering just for the small chance that it will allow me to start life over. Further on, he goes to explain that he has a facial deformity due to his mother smoking while he was in her stomach, so while she was pregnant. He describes regretting pursuing engineering and is really going to go through with taking his own life. Then we get this
Yeah, that's
post.
sad.
I lose. I am 25 years old. I have a degree. I have been actively searching for a job for half a year now, getting absolutely nowhere. I am a virgin despite efforts to not be one. I am poor. I live in the cheapest student dormitory in the city. All my flatmates are filthy and I don't feel comfortable in my own home. I may get kicked out any day at short notice once they discover I am not a student anymore. I have no friends. My family has excommunicated me. I am born with a malformed face. This isn't exaggeration or drama. My medical records describe me as malformed. I am
This one's just sad.
hideous and will never be looked at with affection. I am r/oh come on 63.1 thousand members. 63.1 thousand. That's actually a lot. There's a lot of humans that have joined this subreddit. They describe themselves as a place to challenge others to come in unusual places, ways, and circumstances. You know what? I'm not gonna describe any. I'm gonna describe one. Sorry guys. This one is it's called the Oreo video.
I've never heard of
Something
Come
that
On.
is gonna be stuck in my brain forever, and it's even hard to repeat what happened. But I'm gonna do it for you guys. One, because it's funny. Two, that's it. It's just funny. So there's this video where this guy, I'm gonna use the word splurge, okay? I'm not gonna, yeah. So this guy, you know, Oreo,
The word
like
is
the white
usually
stuff in the middle,
splooge. Is
right?
splurge the new
this
one?
This guy, like, takes off the cream, right? And then splurges where the cream should be, puts the fucking Oreo on top, you know, makes the cookie again with the splurge, like, leaking out and shit, and fucking eats it on video, dude.
Yeah, that's
well,
hardcore.
He doesn't eat it on video, but, like, you could tell, he's munching on it,
That's
right?
Chris
It's just,
Chan
like,
shit.
and I already know some of you guys are gonna
That's
go look it up.
gourmet.
If you guys watch my channel, I know you guys are gonna go look it up. At least give me the watch time. Like always, give me the watch time and then go give yourself a little bit of trauma. That one's called the Oreo video. Not officially named that, but I'm naming it the Oreo video. This video is brought to you by manscaped.com. Feeling your best starts with
Manscaped does slap. Agreed.
r/just no MIL. 1.8 million
Whoa.
members. MIL means mother-in-law. This subreddit is dedicated to people venting about their horrible mothers and mother-in-laws. I'm gonna read you guys a story that pissed me off and I'm sure will enrage any normal human being. When my twin girls were born, we had no issues in the hospital. They were born right on their due date, latched perfectly, and passed all their postnatal tests with stellar stats.
Nice.
When we brought them home, however, we noticed that one of the girls, let's call her OD, since she was a whole 4.5 minutes older than her sister, was developing a rash. I hadn't really dealt with allergies in kids since my son didn't have them, and neither did any child or adult in my entire family. I wasn't sure what it was. I thought that maybe she just had sensitive skin like me. I can't tolerate certain fabrics because I have very dry skin, and I'll often break out in rashes if my skin decides that it doesn't like something. So I stopped using fabric softener on all the clothes. I bought the nicest, most comfortable bedding and clothes. At one point, I even made her clothes myself in the fear that maybe something in the manufacturing process was upsetting my OD. We went to the doctor several times, and they knew that she was having an allergic reaction to something. But every test came back negative, and we couldn't
Oh, and it
figure
turned out
what
the
it
mother-in-law was
It
doing
took
some
3
crazy
more months
shit.
to figure it out. During that time, her allergic reactions got more and more severe. At one point, she was the only baby in the history of the hospital who had to be kept in a clean room because she seemed to have a reaction the minute she left. When that happened, we began to have elimination therapy that would rival the lifestyle of Buddhist monks. My husband and I moved our son and YD in with his parents because we needed to eliminate everything from our routine to figure out what was causing the reaction to our OD. We stopped using our soap, our shampoo, our deodorants, our laundry detergents, and that was before we even got to our diet. It took us 3 more months, but we figured it out. Our OD was allergic to coconut. The doctors told us that it was a particularly rare allergen, and so it wasn't on any of the skin test panels they ran. When we found out what she was allergic to, we were so relieved. So relieved. But in addition to feeling relieved, I delved
Thanks,
into a
resub
bot
damper.
of hysterical
Thank you, sub
laughter.
teases.
I laughed so hard I cried, and
The
to this day,
Bitatonic.
my DH tells me that he didn't know if I was crying from relief or pure happiness. Okay, so like I said, this story is very long, but to summarize it, the baby has an allergic reaction to coconut oil, and now we're being introduced to the mother, right? The mother of the woman. And this
I thought it was
woman
gonna be
basically
something like the
isn't taking
mother-in-law was,
allergy serious.
like,
She's
using
just like,
bleach
"Yeah,
on the
this
kid
is
or some
coconut
shit."
oil." Like, what's gonna happen? So let's skip to where the grandmother is taking care of the baby. My mother had put coconut oil in both my daughter's hairs when they were playing the previous day before bed. The girls loved it when my mom did their hair, and so they asked for braids, and my mom was doing their hair. She put coconut oil in both their hair because it would make for smoother braids. According to my son, OD started to get a little dizzy and itchy when my mom
Jesus
was doing
Christ.
her hair, so my mom gave her some kids Benadryl, which made her sleepy. Since it was close to bedtime anyways, the kids went to bed. Giving her Benadryl was something we did whenever she had a mild reaction, since it usually meant she accidentally came across some coconut. from a secondary source. We also showered her head to toe immediately to erase any lingering traces of it. My mother simply gave her some Benadryl and kept the coconut oil in her hair and put her to fucking sleep. The Benadryl made her sleepy and unable to wake up or be conscious enough to wake up her brother or cry. She vomited in her sleep and the rash spread all over. Her little body was swollen to twice the
well, that was
size.
sad.
She had asphyxiated in her sleep. She died painfully and slowly in the early hours of the morning. My mother was never arrested. My father did leave her, though they're not officially divorced. The majority of my mother's family refused to speak to her, and the few that do speak to her only do so on a limited basis. She currently lives on her own in a small town, and every couple months I'll get a call from her telling me how sorry she is and how she just wasn't thinking, and can I please find a way to forgive her. She wants to come see me. The only thing I can find to ever say to her is, you can come see me when you bring my daughter with you. If you guys want to go read it on your own, it's a lot longer than what I just said, and I know what I said.
Man, that's probably one of the most intense ones on that subreddit.
Horrible. That sucks.
The rest is probably
Oh
like my mother-in-law baked
ignorance,
a
bro.
dry turkey.
That's what ignorance does, man. Let's move on.
Jesus Christ.
R/jailbait. The Urban Dictionary
Oh, that was a
definition
big
of
one back
jailbait
in
is
the
a
day.
female who is under the age of consent.
That shit
but
was
who dresses,
fucked.
acts, and appears as if she is over the age of consent, and who does nothing to correct that impression when she is bedded. Yeah, when I read that, I was like, whoa, what kind of victim blaming, dude? Why are you getting mad at them? Like, nah, I don't want to get off track, but it's just weird when guys are like, yo, you shouldn't dress like that. Too young. It's not even your life. Just fucking move on. Go on Reddit. Actually, that's what they were doing. It was just a place where creeps would talk about underage girls. At the time, Eric Martin,
They used it at the
general
front
manager,
page
defended
almost
several
every
notorious
week.
subreddits, including jailbait, by claiming that it was one of the side effects of promoting free expression on the web. Reddit administrators took down the subreddit after a user shared a picture of an underage teenager, saying that he had nude photos of her as well. And many users were requesting, you know, send me. Yeah, it's just pretty disgusting stuff.
Yeah, he's underselling how popular that was. Back when I first found Reddit, I would have been, what, a junior in high school? Jailbait was usually on the front page. That was a massive fucking subreddit. That would, what year would that have been? 2011-ish? That was fucking crazy. Yeah, and that was like, for some reason on Reddit, that like was totally normal. And I remember someone made a big hoopla. I don't remember, it might have been our atheism, to be honest, because that was also huge then. Someone made like a huge hoopla, like, why the fuck are we just allowing like open pedophiles on the site? Like, super transparent. And they're like, no, jailbait's fine. Jailbait's good for Reddit, actually. And it was like a huge controversy when people were like, we need to get jailbait the fuck out of here. But they fought tooth and nail. That was on there for a long time. Like a really long time, much longer than you would expect.
Spontaneous H. This is
That's
the story
Twitter
of
now.
a Redditor who documented
Okay, I guess.
injecting heroin. I'll read the main posts. I did heroin yesterday. I am not a drug user and have never done anything besides pot back when I was a teen. Ask me anything. This is a little long. I've never been a drug user. I drink once in a while and smoked pot years ago back when I was a teen in high school a few times, and that's it. I'm 24 now, have a master's, and a well-paid
This one's
full-time
fake.
job. Yesterday, I was
Usually
walking
the
through
personal
Washington
stories
Square
are.
Park, where I pass every day, and there are always people looking to sell drugs. Not in the park anymore due to the cameras, but it is well known you can meet a dealer and do the transaction elsewhere these days.
There's a
They
damper
usually
and
don't
prime
solicit drugs
Sebi.
to you unless you stop to stand around near one of them for some reason or look like you're looking for something. Yesterday, I happened to stop by a row of benches to check some messages on my phone when a dealer on the bench to my right asked me if I need anything. My life has been pretty boring the last few years, and I felt like I haven't really lived, taken any risks, or done anything crazy. So I figured, what the hell? Maybe I'll buy some pot. It's been a while. I said yeah, and after asking me several times if I'm a cop, he gives me his number and tells me to meet him at a fast food place several blocks away, and he will, quote, hook me up.
Sleep
I was
well,
blown away by
man.
the power of this drug and how orgasmic it felt. I never understood why people did drugs before and got so hooked on them, but now I see why. I have the urge to do it again, but I will resist and not do it, at least not for a long time. I understand the addiction potential and how someone could easily tear apart their lives with this stuff. Heroin is pure powdered pleasure. I actually feel proud of myself for having the balls to do something this crazy, and I feel like it was a valuable life experience and my window into another world and part of society. I'll never forget the day I did heroin. Now, ask me anything. 2 weeks ago, I tried heroin once for fun and made an AMA. I have been using since and shot up for the first time today.
Aw.
AMA. Wednesday night update. Fucking, I'm still withdrawing, throwing up, and sweating out gallons of sweat. I really want to use and relapse right now. I know I shouldn't. These urges are so strong and overpowering.
No shot,
Please
these are
help
real.
me if you
Nah,
can
I
before
usually
get
don't
chance
believe
to
the
fuck my life.
personal
I wish I was
ones.
trolling and this was some elaborate lie. I was doing everything right, have been clean, and somehow a rumor got out that I've been using, and my girlfriend found out. She basically broke up with me last night, but is now putting that decision on hold. I have some serious unrelated business/work I need to attend to in 2 hours, and I don't know if I'll be in any state to be able to be ready. I can't stop crying. Fuck heroin. Fuck my life. I guess I don't need to say that since heroin pretty much fucked my life for me in under 2 weeks. I just want to die. I am a patient in a psychiatric hospital. I was also technically dead last week. Ask me anything. Well, you guys will be happy to know that this person is actually still alive. Even though this all happened about 12 years ago, this user actually came back 4 months ago with an update. It's been a while. This is not an AMA or anything exciting, really. I saw a disturbing and sad post about an opiate overdose on
tier 1
Freakout
slang.
and was reminded to try to
Is it
log
totally
in
fake?
and check
Yeah,
this. I
probably.
guess it's been over 3 years since I checked this or posted anything. I find this Reddit account pretty overwhelming. I'm just posting to let people know that I'm still alive, clean, and doing well. Thanks to everyone who reached out in messages checking in over the past few years, and sorry if I can't get back to you. Here's another comment with more details where he responded to another user. It has been coming up on almost 11 years since I have used heroin, any hard drugs, or alcohol. That was November 2010. A few years ago, I had a slip and just smoked weed, which is a bad mistake, so I consider my current total clean time 3 years since I count that. Nice. We actually had a happy ending to this one. Love that. Love that he's still okay and doing just fine. It's kind of crazy to just be like, hey yo, let me just shoot up some heroin. Fuck it.
tier 1
My life's
gifted?
kind of boring. Oh, should I document my experience doing that? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Yeah. Yeah, no. Alright guys, that's gonna be it for this video. Don't click off yet. Don't click off yet.
I knew
wanna
almost
say
all of
something. In
those.
the community tab, when I was telling you guys to leave requests for
Nice.
video ideas, right? Or like Reddit ideas for this one. People were saying that I
He didn't
just,
even
like,
cover
steal
True
video
Cells, which
idea
is
topics,
surprising.
and I just cover them in a mediocre way. Which
Do you guys remember True Cells? That was a little bit before the big incel explosion. There's the Prime Grant. Wow, most people don't seem to remember it. True Cells was basically, they were the progenitor to modern incels. They had a lot of very sad dudes that would post shit like women should be kept on farms and men should be allowed to buy women to fuck them. Like really horrible stuff, like incel shit, before it became mainstream. That one was pretty wild. They had like full websites full of like hundreds of pages where people would like write some real gross shit and their weird view on the world. Thanks to resub Asa. Pre or post Elliot Rogers? Fuck, I'd have to really think. I'm not sure. I think it was post because I vaguely remember that one of the websites had Elliot Rogers like their poster child. So I'm thinking it was post Elliot Rogers. Yeah, it was fucked. Thanks to the voice crack, the resub Shoof and Cypher. I feel like there were some other ones that weren't covered, but I can't think of them off the top of my head. True Cells is just one that I always remembered. You going to bed? I'll come say goodnight in a sec. Why do people go so feral for sex? I don't know, man. There's some fucking weirdos out there. Watch the new tub video.
Why is this image creepy? I mean, it looks like a human, but it's not.
My man, this does not look like a human at all. This looks like the You're Not Perfect guy from Courage the Cowardly Dog. This shit looks like it's a, like, thumb person. One of Mr. Fluke's Fluglies from Spy Kids. This shit does not look like a human, if you ask me.
It's not. Let's take it a step further. Why is this thing creepy?
This thing's kind of cool. I take it back.
What exactly makes us feel unsettled when coming face to face with something that is almost human?
That's the I
but
feel fantastic
isn't?
lady.
In today's video, we'll be talking about the uncanny valley, the flashed face distortion effect, and the visual perception theories. Also, thank you to Astrigal for suggesting this video topic.
Are you the tier 1 wizard?
The
The
Uncanny
Tier 1
Valley.
jail?
So,
The Prime
the
Beer?
Uncanny Valley is a phenomenon introduced by Masahiro Mori in the 1970s. It's used to describe the relationship between a human-like object and the emotional response it evokes in people. The average human has 2 eyes, 2 ears, a nose, a mouth, eyebrows, and hair. But why does this image look normal, and this one just looks like something straight out of your nightmares? That's because what we're looking at is almost human, and our minds can recognize that. If we take a look at this chart here, we see that it's using 2 scales, familiarity and human likeness. We're very familiar with stuffed animals and industrial robots. However, the closer the object imitates humans, the closer they reach the uncanny valley. A state of mind.
Which one was the robot there, am I right?
Because we don't know if what we're
Jimmy
looking
or
at
the
is a threat
girl?
or not. All we know is that they're almost human. Masahiro Mori wrote an essay all about the uncanny valley and goes into detail on what exactly makes us feel uncomfortable. For context, Masahiro was a Japanese roboticist, most known for his research in humans' emotional responses to non-human entities. The essay was written in Japanese but has been translated to English. In the effect of movements section, he states, for example, one robot had 29 pairs of artificial muscles in the face, the same number as a human being, to
Are they
make it smile
grieving?
in a human-like fashion. According to the designer, a smile is a dynamic sequence of facial deformations, and the speed of the deformations is crucial. When the speed is cut in half in an attempt to make the robot bring up a smile more slowly.
Hey, real quick, I've said this a million times and I'll say it again. What the fuck is the point in making robots that look like humans? Why? That doesn't do anything to help us. Like, if we want robots to, like, do chores or something, it could just look like a goddamn drone. It doesn't need to look human-like, right? It makes no fucking sense unless they're sex robots. Outside of fucking it, why even make it look human at all? It could just look like a drone. As long as the job gets done, it doesn't matter if it looks like my grandpa, right? It could just look like a giant hunk of metal doing the task to adequately. The only possible logic I could see with making a robot that looks human is to fuck it. Which I don't think every robot needs to double as a sex bot.
Instead of looking happy, its expression turns creepy. This shows how, because of a variation in movement, something has come to appear very close
Oh my
to
god,
human,
never mind, I see
like
the
a
purpose
robot,
now.
Puppet, or
Einstein's
a prosthetic
back,
hand.
baby, let's
Could
go.
easily tumble down into the uncanny valley. Movement is a great part of the uncanny valley. It's one thing to see a creepy robot, but if that dude blinks at me, bruh, I'm dipping the fuck out of there. Our minds are set to recognize that movement coming from an object is most likely alive. A caterpillar, a dog, a bird, a fish, your Uncle Jose. But this sensation of eeriness runs through us when we see a human-like robot. Now, why? Why do we feel this way? There's not really a specific answer. This is just a phenomenon that everyone seems to agree on. But many people theorize that the reason us as humans have this sharp emotional ability to recognize other humans is because maybe at one point, recognizing other humans was a living necessity. Again, that's just a theory. No, not a game theory. Or
that is an interesting idea. That's something I think about from time to time. Early human beings had so much shit that they had to learn that today would make no sense to us. There probably was a time when you wouldn't be able to recognize if what you were looking at was a human being or not. I think about that a lot. And also, I remember this from a movie called, I think it's The Man from Earth. There was a time in our history where we would watch someone go to sleep and they never wake up and we just wonder why. The concept of death eluded us. That's just baffling to me, to think about that. You're millions of years beyond that, why worry? Well, it's not worrying, it's just something I think about. I find that interesting. Like, starting from the bottom. Like, just thinking back to that. What's now become just, like, basic common sense for humans was something that had to be learned over so many years. Just kind of cool to think about, I guess.
I don't know, maybe 2025 there'll be some aliens coming down to Earth that look just like us, but thanks to our uncanny valley senses.
Grug, no wake up.
Like,
yeah, exactly.
Alien, bruh. Arrest him. I don't know what we would do. So, how does a roboticist or an artist avoid the uncanny valley? Well, Masahiro Mori explains that this can be greatly avoided by not combining robots and humans. Many problems will be faced, including that of false smiles. When robots seem disingenuous smiling simply because they don't have all the muscles our face does, and their movements are far more coordinated than ours. We've talked enough about the uncanny valley. Now let me give you some specific examples. Tara the android. If you have watched previous videos on my channel, then you might remember
Do we know
us talking
Tara?
about a video called I Feel Fantastic.
Oh, it's her. Yeah, this one's OG YouTube shit.
The video began gaining popularity in the 2010s due to being extremely creepy. The video depicts a female robot singing with a text-to-speech voice. Since this is the internet, rumors started spreading that the creator of the video was a murderer and other weird stuff, but no, just another classic internet rumor. The bot was created by John Bergeron in 2003, and multiple music videos were made. It just so happens that I Feel Fantastic was re-uploaded onto YouTube either by him or another person, and it went viral. It's obvious the creator was going for an unsettling vibe with the use of the robot, dark synths, odd voice, and overall disturbing atmosphere. Visiting androidworld.com/prod68.htm will lead you to a buying page, where apparently you can buy a DVD with 5 3-minute songs by Tara. I mean, they have a working PayPal link, but in all honesty,
let's go.
you're probably not going to get what you ordered considering the website was created in 2004.
Nah, he's still
Medal
probably
of
active.
Honor Warfighter. Medal of Honor Warfighter
What?
is a video game developed by Danger Close Games, released in 2012
Man, rest in
for the
peace, Medal
360,
of Honor.
PS3, and PC. Though these aren't physical robots, they do create very unsettling avatars, resulting in the uncanny valley. Let's take a look at this cutscene.
So you picked a name.
Oh, wow. I don't remember this.
Girl, that didn't work.
Well, keep Michael in your hip pocket. That way when...
Isabella.
Oh, beautiful. When Isabella shows
Holy
up...
shit, yeah, this is weird.
What? That's how I met you. God bless older sisters.
I want to play it. This shit's like a creepypasta. Animated.
Okay, I'll take that as a chance to hit the ladies. Married to that man for 22 years. And one of the things I've learned that some of the other wives didn't is that it's better to have them happy than to have them safe.
Easy resub, Chad.
Now, what's the difference between these player models and player models in a game like GTA 5? Well, GTA 5 had a far greater budget, which meant they could hire actors, not voice actors, in motion capture suits and in general afford better technology. I don't mean to be a Rockstar fanboy, but Rockstar always goes all out when it comes to their models' facial expressions.
They definitely do.
Such as LA
I
Noire,
agree.
where a major task in the game is to read other characters' expressions to tell if they're lying or not. They achieve this with facial scan technology, which is also meant to skip over the uncanny valley because their characters actually look good. On the other hand, animating 3D characters by hand, or at least without a big budget.
That actually is kind of wild. I haven't played Medal of Honor Warfighter. I think most people stopped playing Medal of Honor after the PS2 era because the game just got turbo shit. But now I want to play it. This is kind of wild. You have to try really hard to make character models look this bad with a big budget. What's wrong with it? Bro, it looks like shit. What do you mean?
And trying to make them look hyper-realistic
Looks super
can not
weird.
only lead to an ugly design,
They look like
but very awkward
greased
movements, specifically
corpses.
in the hair, eyes, and head. I feel I should say this again. This is a phenomenon, not a fact. I'm sure there's a handful of people out there that are scared of Trevor Phillips because he looks like the uncanny valley. But the game made $1 billion 3 days after its release date in 2013, so probably not the majority. Off topic, but as a toddler, I was always afraid of the Chuck E. Cheese animatronics, specifically their eye movements. Like, stop blinking. You're not supposed to blink. You're a robot. But now that I'm older, I actually invented a piece of body protection that actually scares the Chuck E. Cheese animatronics and lets them know to not fuck with you. It's the Earl hat. Look at that. It's the
Oh, it's a
Earl
merch
hat.
plug.
We also got the I don't exist sweatshirt. But what's that? You don't like pastel colors?
Good
That's
shit.
completely okay. We also got the black Earl hat. In case you want to pull up
Kendrick just dropped? Did he?
People know that
Nice.
animatronics can't fuck with you. Blue
I'll have
hat
to
also
listen.
exists. We also got trucker hats. And my personal favorite, the beanies. But yeah, that's enough of the self-promo. If you guys want to see all the items of my new brand Earl, make sure to click the link in the description or go to earldoesn'texist.com. Now let's head over to the next Uncanny Valley example. Telenoid. Let's talk about the thing in the thumbnail. Here in the US, we have Alexa. In Japan, they had Telenoid.
There is one question I would like to ask
Oh,
you.
wow. He moves so
We
cool.
have had in 20 years in the phone market too.
It's like a
But
fetus.
because
Created in 2010 by Hiroshi Ishiguro,
Jesus
Telenoid
Christ.
was a telecommunications avatar, which meant that when connected to your phone,
Like a
it would
weird
mimic the
marshmallow
other
thing.
person on the line's facial movements, and their voice would come out of the robot to, quote, make the call more enjoyable. The eyes follow you around, and the Telenoid is also 31.5 inches tall and has short limbs in order to make it huggable. Yup, so if you get horrible news and you're receiving it through a Telenoid, all you gotta do is pick it up, hug it, and start crying. And then probably crying even harder, you're hugging a fucking Telenoid. The whole idea
I'd never
was
heard of
very
this.
non-ideal because the other person had to use a webcam and a specific software in order for the Telenoid to work. So if you got a Telenoid, you would literally have to tell all your friends, hey, you guys should buy a webcam and also download this specific software. No one's gonna do that. This was supposed to be the next big invention, which would replace video.
God, it's so cool.
I guess the researchers forgot that FaceTime exists. If you want to get your hands on one of these bad boys, the price starts at $8,000 for the consumer version and $35,000 for a research version.
It is actually like straight out of The Grudge. Why would he make the bottom of it look like this? Well, what is that design idea? Oh. It's like a pseudo sperm cell almost. Or like one of the boos from Mario. So you don't fuck it. Well, you can still fuck it in the mouth though if you wanted to. Like if you're having phone sex with a telenoid, you can still put your dick in its mouth. It doesn't stop it. Oh, that would be so horrifying too. Your wife on the other end of the telenoid just making the noises that the telenoid mimicking her like that beast from Annihilation.
Limbs in order to make it huggable. Yup. So if you get horrible new version. But I guess the researchers forgot that FaceTime exists. If you want to get your hands on one of these bad boys, the price starts at $8,000 for the consumer version and $35,000 for the research version.
The resub trilogy.
The flashed face distortion effect, otherwise known as the alien faces illusion. In front of you are faces that will begin to change semi-rapidly. I'd like you to stare at the cross in the middle.
Alright.
Keeping your eyes focused on the cross, you should begin to notice that the faces become distorted.
Yeah, I'm looking at like Oblivion NPCs.
This video is not edited. Every image is normal. This is the flash face distortion effect, aka FFDE. But why did these?
I don't believe that. Those faces were absolutely fucked. No way. Were those just normal? Oh wow. Wow. Okay. I've never heard of that before. That's kind of cool. Alright, I fuck with that.
Edited. Every image is normal. This is the flash face distortion effect, aka FFDE. But why do these images become alien-like? This is because our brain is trying to fill these gaps through peripheral vision using our memory. Obviously, it has a hard
time like
doing
Titans.
That, and the flipping of the images doesn't help it at all either. Our brain does its best to detect faces, which is why we see faces on random objects. This part of the brain is called the amygdala, a section of our brain that is commonly thought to form the core of a neural system for processing fearful and threatening stimuli, including detection of threat and activation of appropriate fear-related behaviors in response to threatening or dangerous surroundings. At the end of the day, the FFDE is a phenomenon based on our peripheral vision facial detection skills, since our brain just likes to assume that all faces are normal at first glance. I'd also like to show you guys an illusion called the Thatcher illusion. Here's a normal image of me. Look how hot I am. Then we flip it around and oh wow, I'm hideous. Anyone can do this. All it takes is a photo editing software. All you gotta do is flip your eyes and flip your mouth upside down and then flip that image 180 degrees. This illusion is the best supporting evidence as to how our brain just assumes a face that we're looking at is normal. Visual perception theory. This is what the creepiest phenomenons and illusions fall under. Visual perception is the ability to see, organize, and interpret one's environment, aka our brains just assuming things. If you're this deep into the video and for some reason you don't believe that our brains don't assume things for us, let's take a look at this video. This mask is not going to change in direction of rotation.
Was that Charlie Chaplin?
However, our brains do like to assume that it's facing us. Now, there are a lot of examples of the visual perception theory, though that video
I've seen something like that before.
The easiest and best one. The way I like to explain it is just assuming. Our brains just think they know everything. I don't know why. I don't know why she thinks she knows everything. The next theory for visual perception is called the bottom-up theory, and that means understanding a concept's individual components before we understand the whole thing. For example, if you were to individually analyze my mouth and eyes in this image without me rotating it, after some time you'd be like, wait, that's not right. But that's simply too much work for us, so we'd rather much let our brains do the work for us and assume that a face is a normal face. So, to end this video off, this image is creepy because it falls under the uncanny valley. And also, he's pretty fucking ugly.
True. Telenoid's fucking awesome, though.
Hey guys,
I kind of want to
thanks
Telenoid.
for watching the video. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like. And if you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe. You made it to the end of the video. You like me to some degree. And if you haven't already, make sure to follow me on Instagram. And I'll see you guys
How old is
next
Telenoid?
time I upload.
How long has that been around? Is that a new thing or an old thing? It has to be old, right? (2011). Released in 2010. God, it's so fucking cool. Like, I love the idea of it, but the price I don't like, and also I would stop liking it very quickly and just start to probably be a little disturbed by it. Oh, they even have one with a nutsack on it, I guess.
Make sure to smash that like button and thumbs up, ring the bell, tell your mom I said hi.
Yeah, that's about it. See ya.